Hi, today I want to discuss with you a little bit about digital decluttering. And if you've never heard what digital decluttering is, it's basically streaming down or bringing down the number of open tabs that you have on your computer or going through your emails, which I know sometimes can be a hassle, but I got a story about that. Uh, Too many subscriptions, um, too many people that you're watching on YouTube, and now you can't find the people that you like to watch the most. That's digital decluttering. So we're going to go through some things that will help you out as far as trying to make that more organized so that you have more mental clarity when you're going through your stuff, basically, is what it comes down to. So the first thing I want to talk about is subscriptions and streaming. Some of this actually goes into budgeting as well because the more um, streaming services you have, obviously, the more you're paying for. So as far as decluttering your streaming services, honestly, I would kind of go with I have my notes on my lap and they're falling away with the fan. Um, with the streaming services, what you want to do is whatever you're not watching, obviously you're just paying for it for nothing. So if you only have like one show that you're watching and you've got three other streaming services that you're watching a lot, I would suggest kind of finishing up whatever it is that you're watching on that one streaming service and then canceling it and making sure that it's canceled. Because sometimes people think that they canceled something and it's still a recurring payment. Um, and that will help declutter that. And one is saving you money, and two, you don't have like all this stuff on your bills. You know what I mean? So that's a type of declutter. Subscriptions. So mainly what I'm talking about here, and it could be any subscriptions, it could be magazine subscriptions, blah blah blah. Mostly when I'm talking about digital, because there are digital magazines. I just realized that. I'm old. You got to give me a minute. All right. So I'm talking about YouTube. Okay. I often do this every few months. I will go through my people that I've subscribed to on YouTube. And I do have a little bit of a rule with that because people have lives, things happen. There's going to be a moment in time where like people aren't posting. Especially when I'm watching knitting podcasts, a lot of those people will like go away for a long time and then come back. I usually give it 2 years. Now you don't have to go 2 years. I'm just as somebody who's on YouTube, I like to give it a good grace period because things happen. And so, but what I do is if it's been 2 years for me and they still haven't posted, they got to go. They got to go. Or if I've noticed that it's been 6, 7, 8 months and they are regularly posting and I'm just not watching them clearly for whatever reason and it's not personal, it's just not relevant in my life anymore. And so I let it go. So what this does as far as digital decluttering is now that, when you go on your page where all the people that you're subscribed to, they show the thumbnails or whatever, um, that clears it up so that more of the people that you want to see will show up on your screen. Because for some reason, YouTube, I don't know if they're hiding some people's stuff or it's just so lost in everything else that you're not seeing what you want to see for the people that you're wanting to look for. So that just kind of clears that up so that you're seeing more of the people that you want to see. So that's a big thing, and I think that's relevant because we're all on YouTube right now. Another thing for digital decluttering is email. I'm going to use I'm going to call up my husband for this. I go through my emails like crazy because I can't stand it. My husband, however, has like 5,000 emails on one account, and like most of them he does not go through. And I get on him, not a lot, maybe like a couple times a year when I see that his email is up on the screen. But I'll be like, dude, you need to go through this stuff. Unsubscribe. If you're not reading these things, unsubscribe. It I think they've made it easier now. As some of these email platforms, I'm on a couple of different platforms, but you can just highlight and it has like an unsubscribe right there, and you just click on it. You don't even have to go into the email to unsubscribe. Does it work 100% of the time? In my opinion, no. So I like to go into the email and unsubscribe. That way I know that it's unsubscribing, but it is there. It is a feature. And if you really don't want to go through each email that you're just never looking at and it's been there and it's been clogging up your email for years, you can do that little unsubscribe thing. It just highlights. Just go on the bar and it should highlight right there on the right. On the right. It says unsubscribe. Just click it. It'll clean it up for you. And what it does is now when you're going through your email and you got to find that important thing, because trust me, that happens. When you got to find that important email and you don't know where the hell it went, there it is. It's easier to find because you're not having to skim through, 100 emails a day that are coming through because you never cleaned stuff out. You know what I'm talking about. So take the time. Sometimes if you're going through your email and you got like 5 extra minutes, you don't have to do them all at the same time. You can just do like, one or two a day or a couple a week. But over time, it'll start clearing out and you'll get less stuff. And then, the things that are important will actually show up. The things you want to see will actually show up. The, what are they called? Email, oh my God, email list or whatever that you actually like sign up for, that'll show up and it'll be easier to find. You're not going through all that stuff, you know? It just makes it so much more mentally clarifying. It's not a headache to go through your stuff. So go through your emails and unsubscribe from the things that you don't want to deal with anymore. Here's another one. I actually have a friend who's like, I don't want to use the bad word, it's a W word, but he is very obsessed with apps and then doesn't use half of them. So if you're one of those that loves an app for everything, and it's fine if you like an app for everything, but if you're not using the apps, they're just taking up space on your phone. Now, I know we've got like 4 pages that we can use on our phone to find apps, but not everything can go on the front page and not everything can go on the second page on your phone when you're looking through your apps. I'm just saying. So, and I know you can group them. Okay, but now you've got like 20 groups full of like 8 apps or 10 apps or however many you could put in each group. Come on, is that really like you're still having to is that helpful for you? I'm just curious. I know I'm sounding judgy. I'm just saying, is that helpful? Probably not. So just kind of clean it up a little bit. I'm not saying don't have your groups. I'm not saying don't have your apps. I'm just saying if it's an app that's been sitting around for like, 3 years and you've never used it, maybe uninstall it so your phone's not sleeping on it and using up background, whatever the heck it does, and energy and all that. I'm middle aged. I don't have tech words, but you know what I'm talking about. So kind of go through those every once in a while when you're playing on your phone, because I know you're playing on your phone, and just uninstall some of those things that you're not using anymore. I actually do have like I don't like apps. I have an aversion to apps, but I understand that they're important for some things. So I do have apps on my phone. But I may have like one or two that I know I got to get rid of too. So I'm just saying, I'm not saying I'm perfect. I got to go through it too and get rid of some of the things. I don't have a lot though, because like I said, I have an aversion to apps. I would rather use a website than go through an app. Even the stuff that I use all the time. Like I don't use Facebook anymore, but when I did, I went through the website. I didn't use the app. Um, Instagram is only an app. Of course, I can use it on my computer, but there are certain things you cannot do on a computer. So that's why you need the app. So I have that. But I'm just saying, if you've got something you're not using and it's just sitting there for years, kind of get rid of it. Just, you know. And then that just has less clutter that's on your phone, and it makes it easier for you to find the things so that whatever you're looking for, and you got the person next to you that needed that information, they're not waiting 2-3 minutes for you to find the thing because you've got to go through 2 pages and then go through like your 20th group and then go through the group to find the app. You know what I'm talking about. So anyway, clean up the apps. Thank you. Okay, for you PC users out there, because I do phone stuff and I do computer stuff, and actually I have 2 monitors. My computer's right there, so I'm looking at it. Tabs. Now, I don't know about the younger crowd and computers. It seems to me like they're more laptop users, and I am not a laptop user. I can't stand laptops. I would assume it's the same thing though. But if you're a PC user and you've got a million tabs, there's a handy thing called bookmarks. I tried to find a picture of what to show you for bookmarks because I can't do it on my phone. I'm just, it is what it is. But there's like the space, right, underneath your URL that you can right click and you can add a bookmark or create a folder and you can name it. So what you can do if you need to have your 30 tabs up, because I know there's some people who do need to have 30 tabs up. I get it. You can make a bookmark and then go to each one of those tabs and then go to the URL, left click, and then move it into that bookmark. And it saves all those tabs for you. So you don't have 30 tabs, 40 tabs across the top. It's in one place. And then you can go through there and look, wherever you need to look for stuff. That just kind of cleans it up a little bit. On the same vein, if you do need to have the name of something up right there front and center, because I'm like that too. I do need those things because I do research for stuff. I do genealogy. I kind of need some of these things in my face so I can look at it. You can drag from the left click on the URL and bring it down to that same spot, and it just makes a space for it right there. You can do about 4 or 5 of those, right? And then what you need, you can take it off the tabs. And then what you do is, unless you're on the page that you're on the computer and you need that up, you just click the little plus sign that's next to the tab that you're on, right? It starts a fresh page for whatever browser you're on, and then you can click wherever you saved and it'll bring that page up for you. If you don't know any of this stuff, I'm sure a lot of you do know this stuff, but there's always somebody who doesn't know, so that's why I'm trying to tell you. So what this does is cleans up all your tabs, and it organizes a little bit more, and it gives you some clarity, it gets rid of that mental clutter because you got all this stuff going on. So it just organizes it. Organization helps your brain to think faster and better and have more clarity. This is why I love organization. Y'all, I'm a Virgo Capricorn, so I got organization in my blood all day. So this is why I'm just saying, all these little things that will help you organize. So it just gets rid of all those tabs that are just, overwhelming on the screen, and it puts it into a home, basically is what it's doing. So I hope some of these tips kind of helped you. They're all basically meant to clear your mind a little bit because you don't have all the stuff shouting at you at once. All these emails at once, and you can't find your stuff. All these tabs, and you have to go through each single freaking thing to see what the one you wanted, all that stuff. It just gives you a little bit of mental clarity, which is a form of organization and decluttering. So I hope this helped you. If you like this video, please give it a like and think about subscribing. And I will see you next time. Bye.